Hello Elvenar fans, it's iDavis here and welcome to the first video from the Elvenar Tips and Tricks series. You may know me from my own YouTube channel where I share some insights on how I play Elvenar, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to the guest races of the Elvenar world and share with you some of my gameplay tips. But before I dive into this topic, please subscribe to this channel. As you create a good foundation for your human or elven city and successfully find your path through the initial 5 chapters of the game, the first visitors start arriving in your city. Chapter 6 introduces the first guest race of the game, dwarves, together with brand new mechanics to explore, challenges to solve, and a new community to meet in your city. Every guest race you encounter brings improvements which will make your city progress further in the game, as the new resources that are produced within each new guest race settlement are essential for researching and upgrading your city buildings to the next levels. The guest races often come from distant lands, and to make them find a way to your city, you need to build a portal. The portal needs to be connected to the main hall using any of your available streets, and it will now behave as a secondary main hall for your guest race settlement buildings. To connect them to the portal, you must use the guest race specific streets. In case of dwarves, for example, you need the portal tracks to connect granite mines and copper foundries, which are the dwarven production buildings. This is where the challenge aspect comes in, as the goal is to squeeze as many production buildings as possible into your settlement, while using the least amount of portal tracks and free space between the buildings. Each guest race comes with its own challenges and puzzles to solve, and you might always find it useful to read Elvenar's official wiki page to learn the basics about your upcoming chapter. The resources you produce within the settlement are stored in the portal. Some of these are the so-called capped resources, meaning there is a limited number of how many of these you can store at a time. Upgrading the portal to higher levels not only increases the production of your settlement buildings, but also increases the storage capacity, allowing you to store higher amounts that are required later in the chapters. As you reach the fairies chapter and the dwarves leave your city, you will have your space back, but new challenges await you. The settlement starts again with the fairy portal site, which introduces you to the new day and night farms, which are settlement buildings that feature the chain production mechanic. Some of the resources produced in day farms, for example, such as cocoons, are needed for productions in night farms for producing night essence, and it also works the opposite way. The fireflies produced in night farms are required to produce ambrosia in day farms. Managing the productions and keeping an eye on which resource is required where is key for successfully completing the chapter. The final resources of the fairies chapter, ambrosia and night essence, can only be produced from portals level 2 and 3 respectively. This is indicated by the capacity of the respective resources in the portal's window, which stays at 0 in the first levels. Until you reach the required level of your fairy portal side, you can produce the specific resources with diamonds, but it's a better idea to upgrade your portal site first and start producing these goods with the normal costs afterwards. This shows that every guest race comes with its own twist that tries to challenge you and bring new puzzles for you to solve. And this concludes the tips I have for you regarding the first 2 guest races of Elvenar. Which chapter has the most exciting mechanics for you? Please share your own opinions in the comment section below, and thank you for watching. Have a great time playing the game.